It seems as if Robert Lewandowski is not the only star in Poland right now. Iga Swiatek, the 20-year-old tennis prodigy, is making a name for herself, all the while making her country proud. With a career highest ranking of number 4, and by winning the French Open at such a young age, she has been progressing and improving with each passing day. Welcome to the Rich Rabbit, and today we'll be talking about Iga Swiatek. But first things first, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do consider doing it, and don't forget to click the bell icon. At her age, nobody expects Iga would cement her image in women's tennis and get a spot on the WTA rankings. What makes it more interesting is the caliber of opponents she encountered on her way to the top, winning the 2020 French Open, and how she became the first tennis player from her country, Poland, to achieve a Grand Slam singles success in history. The Polish tennis player has indeed shown that age is just a number and not a factor for determining how successful one becomes in a chosen endeavor. Growing up in a family that is associated with sports certainly influenced her decision to pursue a career in tennis. She is still in her prime, so expect more from her in the coming years. On the 31st of May 2001, Iga Natalia Świątek was born to her parents, Dorota and Tomasz Świątek, in Warsaw or Warszawa in Polish. Her father is a former rower who competed in the men's quadruple sculls event at the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Świątek's father wanted his daughters to become competitive athletes. Interestingly, he preferred they take up an individual sport rather than a team sport to have better control of their chances of success. Her sister Agata initially started out as a swimmer, but switched to tennis after she had issues with swimming. Iga followed her into tennis because she wanted to beat her and also because she wanted to be more like her. Agata briefly competed on the ATF Junior Circuit in 2013 at about 15 but stopped playing due to injury troubles. Iga trained at Mira Warsaw as a 14-year-old before later moving to Legia Warsaw. She began competing on the ITF Women's Circuit in 2016 and played on the circuit till the end of 2018. Iga won all 7 ITF singles finals she reached, ranging from the first 4 at the $10,000 to $15,000 level to 1 at the $25K, followed up by 2 at the $60K level. Her first 3 titles came at 15 years old. The 4th was in February 2018 in her first tournament back from a 7-month layoff due to injury. After a 25K title in April, Świątek moved up to higher level ITF events later that month. Following her junior Wimbledon title in July, she skipped the junior US Open to stay in Europe. During the 2 weeks of the US Open, she won back-to-back 60K titles at the NEK Ladies Open in Hungary and the Montreal Ladies Open in Switzerland. Iga made her first WTA breakthrough at the Ladies Open Lugano in April. With her first direct acceptance into a main draw, she made her first WTA final. During the event, she upset number 3 seed Viktoria Kuzmova in the second round for her first top 50 victory. She ultimately finished runner-up to Polona Hercog in 3 sets. Iga closed out her clay court season with a 4th round appearance at the French Open in her second major. She upset number 16 Wang Qiang in the second round for her first top 20 victory before losing to defending champion Simona Halep. Iga could not repeat her French Open success at the remaining Grand Slam events of the year, losing her opening match at Wimbledon and in the second round at the US Open. Her best result in the second half of the season was a 3rd round appearance at the Canadian Open. During the event, she upset number 18 Caroline Wozniacki before losing to number 2 Naomi Osaka. With this result, she entered the top 50 for the first time a week later. Świątek made her return to the WTA Tour at the Australian Open. She matched her best result at a Grand Slam tournament with another fourth-round appearance, this time highlighted by a victory over number 20 Donna Vekic. She defeated Vekic again at the Qatar Open. Her last match win before the WTA Tour was shut down for 6 months due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Świątek continued her Grand Slam success once the tour resumed. She reached the third round at the US Open, losing to eventual runner-up Victoria Azarenka. Entering the rescheduled French Open in September, the Polish sensation was ranked number 54 in the world. But little did she know that the next few days will change her life forever. During the tournament, she defeated 2019 runner-up and world number 19 Marketa Vondrushova in the opening round. Her biggest upset was a victory in the fourth round over top seed and world number 2 Simona Halep, who was on a 17-match win streak and a heavy favorite to win the title. She only lost 3 games against her, after winning just 1 game against a Romanian in the same round of the French Open the previous year. Iga defeated Sofia Kenin in the final to become the first Polish player to win a Grand Slam singles title ever, and the lowest ranked French Open champion in the history of the WTA rankings. She also became the youngest singles champion at the tournament since Rafael Nadal in 2005, and the youngest women's singles winner since Monica Seles in 1992. She won the title without dropping a set or more than 5 games to any opponent. And the 28 games she lost in total were tied for the second fewest among French Open singles champions in the Open era, behind only the 20 games Steffi Graf lost in 1988. With the title, Iga rose to number 17 in the world. She also played the doubles event, partnering with Nicole Melishar for the first time. The pair reached the semi-finals and also did not drop a set until their last match. She was seeded 15th in the 2021 Australian Open, where she was eliminated by Simona Halep. At Adelaide, she won her first WTA Tour title, without dropping a set in the whole tournament. She defeated Belinda Bencic in the final in straight sets. As a result, she entered the top 15 for the first time in her career in March 2021. Seeded 15th, Iga won her first career WTA 1000 title at the Italian Open, defeating former champion Karolina Pliskova 6-love in just 46 minutes. She advanced to the final after defeating 2-time champion and world number 5 Elina Svitolina, and the second best-ranked teenager Coco Gauff on the same day. At the 2021 French Open, Świątek was seeded at number 8. She opened her title defense against Kaja Juvan in the first round. She won 22 straight sets at the French Open, but then lost in the quarterfinals to Greek Maria Sakkari. Iga started her season at the 2022 Adelaide International in January, seeded 5th. After wins against Daria Saville, Leylah Fernandez, and Victoria Azarenka, Iga lost to Ashley Barty in the semi-finals. She entered into the 2022 Australian Open, where she was seeded 7th. She defeated qualifier Harriet Dart in the first round, Rebecca Pedersen in the second, and Daria Kasatkina in the third round. All wins were in straight sets. She reached her first Australian Open quarterfinal after defeating Sorana Cristea in the fourth round. In the quarterfinal, she defeated Kaia Kanepi in a match that ended up being the longest of her career at 3 hours and 1 minute. But the Polish sensation was eliminated by Danielle Collins in the semi-finals. Świątek has been coached by Piotr Putowski since 2016. During the time, Putowski has been her coach, British former professional tennis player Nick Brown has also served as a main consultant on occasion. In December 2021, Iga announced that she is splitting from coach Putowski after nearly 6 years working together. The Polish star has been sponsored by Asics for clothing since the start of 2020. She was previously sponsored by Nike. She's also endorsed by Red Bull, the Chinese tech giant, Xiaomi, and the Lexus division of the Toyota automaker company. In 2021, Iga signed an endorsement deal with Technifiber for rackets. She previously used a Prince Techstream 100 tour racket, although she was not under contract with the company. Iga's father also confirmed that she had also signed a contract with Rolex in 2021. As for her personal life, Iga is a cat lover and owns a black cat named Grappa. She enjoys reading novels and listening to music. She once said American rock band Pearl Jam is one of her favorites. She's 20 years old and already has one Grand Slam trophy in her trophy cabinet. As much as we hope to see her succeed, I also need to take my dog out for a run so he can prepare for the dog competition being held in my city next week. So it's better that we end our video here, but we sure hope that you liked our video and found it informative. And if you did, well, you know the rest. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.